Hey class, welcome to Digital Tools Art 2208, Fall 26. First and foremost, I want to apologize to you guys for being late today. I did show up around 2:30. We've had a lot of technical issues around the department today, a lot of internet issues, and it has been a one heck of a day, to say the least, around here. And I do want to apologize for being late, and I'm sorry for the youth that came to class and had to leave. Some did stick around, and I did go over the syllabus. That being said, since I was late, I wanted to do a quick overview of the syllabus and kind of give you an update on what we're going to do this semester, and I'll catch you guys up also when we get back into class on Tuesday. So I want to get started here, and you'll see we have our syllabus here. My name is Mark Mosley, and we're obviously located in Malone 201. And first, I want you to know that you can contact me in several different ways. So let's go over the syllabus right quick, and we'll do a quick overview of everything. So my office hours are on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11:45 to 1:45. I'm located in Malone 118A. And I'll answer all your questions within 24 to 48 hours of you asking them. So the best way to contact me is going to be talking to me in class, or talking to me at the end of class, or you can see me in my office again at Malone 118A, or message me on Canvas. I told the class earlier, please do not email me at my troy.edu email address. I want to keep everything organized, and I work like that. So if you want to email me, please email me via Canvas. I'll go through the course objectives really fast. So I want to go through the course objectives for the class. First, we're going to define terms associated with computer tools and Adobe Creative Cloud applications. That's going to be Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. We're going to also differentiate between vector and raster files. We're going to demonstrate competency in measuring terms of practices, and that would be pixels, DPI, PPI, etc. And that's going to be a big thing we'll learn about this semester. We're going to construct files according to the required formatting, file types, and optimizations. So that may be if it's a TIFF file or a JPEG or a PNG or a zip file. So we'll learn about all that too. More of the objectives we're going to talk about and learn are going to be practice correct usage of resolution for both print and screen, utilize digital scanners, cameras, printers, and other relevant peripherals, prepare files organized on separate layers, and that's a big thing that we're going to be doing throughout the course, because layers are very important when we're drawing and using the software, no matter if it's Photoshop, if it's Illustrator, or InDesign. That's going to be a big part of what we learn about. We're going to manage files across various software applications, and then we're going to learn the basics of digital asset management, and that's another big thing that we're going to cover, and it's very important in this class to keep your files organized, and you'll see why throughout this course. So you can see here there's no prerequisites for this class. The textbook and materials, there are no textbooks required. The late policy, as you can see here, is late work is not accepted. This is a department-wide policy and will be strictly enforced. That is to its limitations, of course. You can get with me if there's a family emergency, a medical emergency, things do come up. They're very important, but I need to know those before and arranged by me before the projects are due, so we can then make plans to give you time to finish that project. But other than that, late work will not be accepted. So please know that, and I will adhere to that. So what do you need for the class? Well, first of all, you will need a computer if you have one, or you can use the computers that are in the lab. If you have your own computer, if it's an Apple or a PC laptop, make sure that it has the latest operating system and has at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. So what else do you need? Well, you're going to have the Adobe Creative Cloud to take this class. So there's different ways that we can do this. If you guys have access or have already bought your version of the Creative Cloud, you can use that and continue to use that in class. If you have not purchased already the Creative Cloud on your own, you can get a student version of the Creative Cloud for a discounted rate. I believe the full version of the Adobe Creative Cloud is around $35 a month. The student version, I think, is around $25 a month. And if you don't want to do that, you're going to need to, at that point, use the lab computers to work. That means you won't be able to work at home. You'll have to come to the lab to do your projects. That's your only other alternative if you don't want to buy the software. And what you'll do is you can use those computers for free as the cloud is on them, and you'll use your Troy University credentials to log in on those computers to get into the Adobe suite. And that way you won't have to pay for the Creative Cloud suite. You'll be able to use the lab computers for free. So other things you might need are going to be digital storage, and that would be in order for you to back your files up, because that could be very important, or if you want to transfer something you're working on elsewhere, and say you want to bring them into the lab and opening them up on the lab computers, you'll be able to transfer that data back and forth. It says 2 terabytes here, but 1 terabyte should be sufficient. And you can use cloud storage and things of that nature also. You will need access to a camera, which everybody is going to have a smartphone, I'm sure, with a camera. Or you can use a DSLR camera if you choose, if you have that. You're also going to need a sketchbook, as we will be using that throughout the course also. So let's talk about Computer Lab access. So you can get a key fob that will allow you to get in Malone 201 anytime you want. And what you're going to do to get that key fob is to contact this email address that you see here. It's going to be cardaccess@troy.edu, and they will make you a key fob. Now this screen here says IAC 206 because there is a computer lab there, but we're in 201 Malone. So when you email them, tell them that you need a key fob for Malone 201, and they will quickly get you a key fob that will get you in to that classroom and lab anytime you want, 24 hours a day. So now I want to talk about the method of evaluation, and this is pretty self-explanatory for everybody. A is excellent, B is outstanding, C is acceptable, D is poor, and F is failure. That's pretty self-explanatory for everybody. Now I want to talk about the weight of the project. So 50% is going to be on the projects we do in the class. 20% is going to be our process and discussions that we're going to do in the class. And 30% is going to be, it says daily quizzes here. We won't have daily quizzes, but we will have quizzes. So 30% will be based on quizzes, the midterm test, and then the final exam. Then I want to show you guys also the homework that I want you guys to have done by next class. So let's take a look at week 1 in Canvas. So in your Canvas, you'll see week 1 here that's posted, and you'll see the introduction to the class. And then here you'll see the homework that I want you guys to do by the next class. This is kind of what I covered today already in the syllabus. And for your homework, I want you guys to watch these 3 videos right here, and that's going to give you a head start on learning the software and giving you some good pointers on the introductions to each one of the softwares that we're going to be using. So that is everything very quickly for you guys. I'm sorry again that I was late for the class. That is totally my fault. It was just out of my control today. It's been a wild and crazy day around here. So I hope you guys get this video, and I appreciate your guys' understanding of me being late, and I will see you guys on Tuesday.